In the world of basketball, legends don't wait to be born. They arrive like storms. And sometimes, the storm doesn't just change the game. It changes the way we see the game itself. The name is Victor Wembanyama, 7 feet 4 inches tall, with arms that reach across dimensions and instincts that seem downloaded from the future. He doesn't just block shots, he blocks possibilities. He doesn't just score points, he bends the court to his will. Every team dreams of winning a championship. Every franchise dreams of legacy. But tonight, we ask the question no one in the NBA wants to confront. What happens when the dream itself starts chasing you? The sound of the crowd fades. The ball stops bouncing. And only one thing remains: the echo of a future that's already here. It's a packed arena in Los Angeles. The Lakers have just survived a war. The scoreboard reads 118-116, a hard-fought victory over the San Antonio Spurs. Fans cheer, the cameras flash, and yet, in the locker room, the mood isn't celebration. It's disbelief. Because across from them stood something they had no answer for. Wembanyama, the anomaly. The 7'4" riddle that no playbook can solve. Luka Doncic, the Lakers superstar, leans against his locker, exhausted, and admits the truth that no one wants to say out loud. It's his 3rd year in the NBA, and he's already playing like an MVP. I've never seen anything like it. You can't predict him. You can't prepare for him. They won the game. But deep down, everyone in that room felt the same chill. The sense that victory wasn't an ending. It was a warning. Because if this was year 3, what happens in year 5? When talent becomes dominance, and dominance becomes destiny. So how do you prepare for something you can't define? How do you build a strategy for a player who can be in 2 places at once? Coaches call it Wemby awareness. It's not a tactic, it's a survival instinct. Every team that faces the Spurs knows this rule. When you touch the paint, you may think you've got a clear layup, but you don't. Because somewhere in that split second between confidence and contact, he appears. Players describe it like a haunting. You drive to the rim, you rise up, and suddenly a shadow covers the light. The ball gets erased, and you're left staring into a pair of calm eyes that seem to ask, "You really thought that would work?" Lakers center Jackson Hayes, himself 7 feet tall, said it best. "I stood next to him, and for the first time in my career, I felt small." In a league filled with giants, Victor Wembanyama is something else entirely. Not just taller, but smarter, faster, colder. He's not the future player. He's the prototype of so. The fear doesn't stop at the court. It travels upward to the luxury suites where the powerful watch their millions move in motion. Lakers owner Mark Walter has seen every type of greatness. He's owned champions. He's built empires. But as he watches Wembanyama glide across the court, something unsettling stirs. Because no matter how much money you have, no matter how many superstars you sign, there's no check big enough to buy immunity from evolution. The Spurs' banners hang high, reminders of a dynasty once built on discipline and system. Now, those same rafters witness something else, a new kingdom being forged around one man. For Walter, the message is clear. His Lakers may have a window, but that window is shrinking fast. Every shot they hit, every game they win, it all happens under the shadow of a 7'4" teenager from France, rewriting basketball's blueprint, one play at a time. But who is Victor Wembanyama really? Behind the hype, the memes, and the headlines lies a player defined not by arrogance, but by obsession. He trains like a soldier, preparing for a war only he can see. Every movement, every repetition, designed to perfect the impossible. His coaches say he studies his mistakes like a scientist, dissecting them until there's nothing left to analyze. When asked about his goals, he doesn't talk about stats or trophies. He talks about evolution, about reaching his potential as a human being. And that's what scares the league the most, because greatness built on ego can be predicted. It fades, it burns out. But greatness built on discipline, that's eternal. As one assistant coach whispered off record, he's not chasing anyone. He's chasing something none of us even understand. And now, the entire NBA finds itself running to keep up, to evolve, to survive. The Western Conference, once a battlefield of equals, is now a racetrack where every contender can hear the footsteps of a giant closing in. You can sense it in every game, every practice, every front office meeting. The question isn't who can stop him. The question is who will adapt first. Spurs coach Mitch Johnson was asked if Wembanyama has a ceiling. He smiled, then said, "If you find one, let me know. Because from what he's seen, there isn't one." This isn't just a great rookie story or a highlight reel moment. This is the birth of inevitability, the kind that turns dreams into nightmares. Every team, every player, every fan knows the truth. The chase is on, and no one is running faster than the future itself. So we come back to the question we began with. What happens when the dream starts chasing you? For Mark Walter and the Lakers, for Luka Doncic and every superstar trying to carve their legacy, the answer is uncomfortable. You can't outspend him. You can't outthink him. You can't outlast him. Because he's not playing your game anymore. He's redefining it. Wembanyama isn't the next LeBron, or the next Durant, or even the next Jordan. He's something the game has never seen. A player whose body belongs to the present, but whose mind seems to have already moved years ahead. The NBA isn't waiting for the future. The future has already arrived, and it's 7'4" from France, wearing a Spurs jersey and dribbling toward destiny.